I'm not sure how many we have. Let's count them. Okay.
Yes. Yes, I'm the congressman's sister. No. The first 2 times I called, it was important. Now it's urgent. Yes, please. I would like it very much if you would interrupt him.
Is he there?
Uh-huh. The problem is getting him to the phone.
You think he'll come?
Oh, absolutely. Relax, Tina. Once he gets here, everything will be okay.
Doing an outstanding job.
This is Wayne Pemberton. Wrote back in your position on the Natural Parents Disclosure Bill. Wife's name is Sally.
Mr. Pemberton, nice to see you.
My pleasure, Congressman.
Thank you for your support on the Natural Parents Bill.
Solid piece of legislation.
Thank you.
You keep up the good work.
I will. I'll give my best to Sally, will you?
You bet.
Okay. Yeah, I hate doing that. I feel so phony.
He believes it because he wants to.
You certainly have a way of getting rid of all of my misgivings. How are you?
One of my more indispensable job functions.
Indispensable?
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you.
You're not getting ready to hit me up for a raise, are you?
Thought never crossed my mind.
Never?
Okay, once, twice. You're not trying to tell me something, are you?
Excuse me for interrupting, Congressman. No. There's a call for you on the courtesy phone. It's your sister.
Oh, okay. I thought. Pretend you're me, would you?
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. I was just about to call you.
Tom, Kurt Owens has been paroled.
Well, we knew it was coming.
He's coming back here to live.
Figures.
Why?
Well, prisoners are always paroled back to where they live.
It's ridiculous.
That's the law, Shelley.
Well, Tom, a lot of people are upset about it. They need you here. I need you here, Tom.
Okay, well, I'll get there as soon as I can.
Thanks. I'll see you soon, okay? Bye.
I see that guilty look on your face. You're running out on me.
Yeah, Hopkins Bay.
Problems?
Could be.
You gotta have faith.
Yeah, it's almost enough to make you believe in rehabilitation.
They had a good auto shop up there. Taught me a lot.
Yeah, well, I sure hope they taught you something about how to make friends and influence people. Because that's what you're gonna need.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. Why don't you fill her in on the chant, and I'll be right back. Tina, are you sure you want to be here?
Yes.
If I were you, I'd go...
This time I can do something.
Okay.
See anybody?
No.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
And after having served just 7 years of a 12-year sentence, convicted rapist Kurt Owens is returning here to live. His plans have prompted a public outcry. Let me try that again. This is Phyllis Alexander. I'm in the West Beach area of Hopkins Bay, where a crowd of angry people has gathered, awaiting the arrival of one of their most notorious neighbors. After having served just 7 years of a 12-year sentence, convicted rapist Kurt Owens is returning here to live.
That was great, Phyllis.
Tom!
Hi, Shell.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, so am I. Ray and Patrick picked the perfect weekend to go camping, didn't they?
Be careful, huh? Remember, these people are your neighbors. Frank, form a line over there. I thought we agreed you weren't coming here.
You agreed all by yourself.
Tina, you don't belong here.
No? Who belongs here more than me? I was raped.
Please, just go home.
I'm staying, Dennis.
Tina, I can't handle this if I'm worrying about you.
Then worry about your job.
Come on, move back.
Keep Owens out! 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 Keep Owens out!
Stay. I'm Doc. Are you in charge of this mess?
Yeah, we got it under control.
Yeah, just like Custer. Where's the National Guard, I asked you?
These men will be enough.
Only if these people lay down and go to sleep.
Who made you an expert?
I'm not. I just don't let my ego get in the way of doing my job.
Yeah, and I don't let some loudmouth bureaucrat get in the way of doing mine.
If we could depend on you guys one time...
Look, if we bring the National Guard, it's gonna be an armed...
Hey, what's going on here?
Nothing, Congress.
I'm Tom Bell.
Everett Docker. I'm Owens parole officer.
You sure you don't want to wait a few days?
If I had more cops, I would.
Get off it, pal.
Now, wait a second, Dennis. Why don't you put him in a motel for 2 days until it all cools down?
Sounds like a good idea.
No, we move him in now.
Well, let's think about this.
Congressman, got to get him in sooner or later. Say we do it sooner. Get him out of the car.
Congressman, could I get a few words?
Not right now. Kurt? Some party, huh? Yeah. Good thing you're here. Yeah, come on, let's get him inside, all right? Come on, come on.
Tom, here. Tom, what are you doing?
Come on, let's go. Inside. Stop.
Send them back to prison. No! We're not gonna let him in there!
Tina, no!
Let me alone!
We're moving him in.
You got a second?
Help yourself, Congressman.
You got a guess on what's going to happen with Owens?
The tough part's over with. He's in.
Well, I still think you could have waited a few days.
We got him in. Nobody got hurt. That makes me right.
Lucky.
You want my luck? I'm having a sale, Congressman.
Listen, can we dispense with this congressman stuff? Because it's getting to be real old.
And call you what? Tom? Like we were buddies? I'll stick with Congressman.
Okay. So what happens with Owens?
Same as any other paroled sex offender. He registers with the department, keeps curfew, behaves himself.
And you make sure his constitutional rights aren't violated.
Well, you have some concerns in that area?
Yeah, I do.
Don't. I'm a lot different than I was in high school. And so is Mr. Kurt Owens. He's not the cute little kid who delivered newspapers and follow you all over town.
I know who he is and what he's done.
You know what it's like to live with the consequences?
Sorry, Mr. Bell. I start letting the community tell me where my parolees can live, they won't be able to live anywhere.
This case is special.
Yeah, they're all special. Owens was beaten regularly by his father from age 2. So he started attacking women in order to overcome his feelings of inadequacy. This says Owens is cured.
Well, this isn't about cures, it's about forgiveness. And I don't think he's ever going to get that from this town.
I'm a parole officer, not Mother Teresa. My job is to get Owens adjusted.
You saw that mob yesterday.
Yeah, I saw them. They'll calm down. Find something else to get worked up about. Basketball season's right around the corner.
Don't trivialize it.
I don't trivialize anything, Congressman. I work for the system, same as you do. The system says you do the crime, you do the time. Kurt Owens did. Now the system says he has the right to move back here. Take away that right, the system isn't working, which means I don't matter. So believe me, it's not trivial. Sorry, I don't mean to get worked up, but I got parole officers all over the state who are going through the same problem. Parole them, fine. Just don't do it here.
You know, these aren't bad people. I know because I grew up with them.
You grew up with Kurt Owens, too.
That's right. Quiet kid. There's something kind of sad about him, you know?
Being a punching bag can do that to you.
Didn't his mother notice?
She was too busy having her hair done. But none of that matters. He's here. And as long as he wants to, he stays.
You're his parole officer. You could have him moved if you wanted to, right?
I could. Then he goes to his lawyer, says his rights are being violated. We end up in litigation forever, during which he stays right here.
Now, what if I could talk him into it?
Be my guest. But I don't think you're gonna have much luck.
A lot of work to be done here. Yeah. Nice that the neighbors helped me get started. Well, you seem to be taking it rather well. I had 7 years of prison. Willie and Ruth aren't likely to upset me. First day I showed up, there's this guy. 6'6", 260 pounds. He's looking at me like I'm an hors d'oeuvre. Let's call a guard. He was a guard. I had a long time to think about it. What it would be like finally coming back here. I know it's gonna take a while after what I did. Sooner or later, they'll come around. Well, there's no guarantee. I know these people, Tom. So do you. They may hate what I did. They don't hate me. I hope you're right. Kind of reminds me of Tom Sawyer a little bit. What? You know, whitewashing a fence. He made it look like it was fun so that everyone would join in. It is. Things look good when they get a fresh coat of paint. That's what they did for me with the rehabilitation. New coat of paint. You think it worked? You know, about aversion therapy? Yeah, a little bit. It's a voluntary program. They hook you up to a machine that monitors your, sexual arousal. Then they make you watch films of women being raped. You watch them over and over, praying you don't get turned on. But you do. And the machine knows it. So it zaps you. Sometimes it's an electrical shock. Sometimes it's ammonia sprayed up your nose. Over and over, day after day, till the thought of raping again makes you want to puke. Yeah. I'm rehabilitated. You know, sooner or later, he's gonna file charges.
Fine. But when he does, then we'll worry about it.
Well, this isn't the way to do it.
Find us a better one.
Your mother died while you were in prison, didn't she?
Yes, I wasn't able to get home for the funeral. That was probably the hardest day I served in prison.
Is it difficult, being back in this house without her?
No, it helps me remember all the good times we had together. It's really good to be home.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
I don't want that man in our home.
Ray called today.
Don't tell me. He's throwing his back out. He's heading home tomorrow.
No, darn it, he's having the time of his life. Now, Patrick's the one who's miserable. Too many bugs, no TV. Can't understand cooking on an open campfire when there's an open fast food stand just 2 miles down the road.
So the Bell Frontier spirit ends with you and me.
Looks that way. Yes. Hi, Ruth. No kidding. That's great. Yes. Why don't you see if you can get an interview with Phyllis Alexander? We could sure use some TV exposure. Sure. Listen, Ruth, I'll talk to you tomorrow about the rally, okay? Bye. Tom, we're putting together a petition for the governor to get Owens kicked out of the neighborhood. Now, we've already got 300 signatures on it. I really wish you'd sign it.
I can't. I think you should hold off on this petition.
Tom, there's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I think you're aggravating a situation that already looks bad.
All he has to do is leave.
He's not going to do that.
Well, we're not going to stop.
Well, I think you should just let this settle in.
No. We are not going to stand here and do nothing, Tom. Now, I asked you here to help us, and all of a sudden you're on his side.
This isn't about sides, Shelley.
Owens has got second-degree burns on his left arm.
Well, good thing you were there to pull him out. I want that report on my desk by 5.
I want to know why there wasn't a man there guarding his house.
We had a bar fight, 2 car wrecks, and a burglary last night. Hey, ballistics get back to you yet?
Later this afternoon.
If I hadn't heard that firebomb go off.
Then Owens would have fried, and I wouldn't have all this paperwork to do.
Frank, shut up. Let's go to my office.
Okay. All right, I want the protesters moved from the front of his house.
They have every right to be.
No, not when their presence causes violence.
It's not their presence that's causing it, Congressman.
Listen, either you get them moved, or I'll get a judge and get an injunction.
You always had all the answers, didn't you?
No, you just thought I did.
Yeah, well, then answer this one for me, okay? I'm supposed to uphold the law and order, right? But if I uphold the law, the order gets all shot down. Now, how am I supposed to resolve that?
You take care of Kurt Owens, and I'll worry about the rest.
A lot of people in this town work their tails off to get you elected. How do you think they're going to feel when they hear you're protecting that creep?
Well, that's my problem. Your problem is getting those protesters moved. Hello, Tina.
Well, hello, stranger. I was wondering when you were going to stop by.
Well, I've been busy, you know.
Yeah, I noticed. Just like back in high school, huh? Young man in a hurry.
Yes, I was, wasn't I? Well, all that's changed. Tina, about the protests.
I'm not going to help you, Tom.
You're the focal point. Have you talked to your neighbors?
Why should I? I want Kurt Owens out of here.
I know he raped you.
Well, that's easy, isn't it? Nice little one-word description. The cops don't even give it that much. They call it a 261. Somehow it doesn't quite do it justice.
I'm sorry. This is not why I came here. I didn't mean to dredge this up.
Well, you did, didn't you? So you can damn well listen to this. I was home alone. Dennis had called to say he was going to be late. I went to the kitchen to get a glass of water. The next thing I know, Kurt Owens is holding a knife to my throat. Little Kurt Owens. I kept remembering what he looked like in his Little League uniform. He took me out to the picnic grounds off the highway. And when he opened the car door, I jumped out. I ran into the woods. I caught my heel and I tripped and I hit my head.
This is none of my business. I'll come back later, all right?
Tom, please. You have to know this. He fell on top of me. And he tore my clothes. And then he touched me. As if we were lovers. And then he raped me. And I reported him. He was convicted. And he went to prison. And Dennis and I got on with our lives. It wasn't easy at first. We started to grow some scar tissue. Began to stop thinking about it all the time. And then we heard he was getting out and coming back here. And things started to go backwards for us. We stopped talking to each other. We stopped anything to each other. Tom, I am not going to let that bastard destroy us. Got that?
Folks, I'm gonna have to ask you to move it on. Disperse here.
Why?
Shelley, your brother insists these folks leave him alone.
He what?
Tom says he'll get a court order.
Kurt Owens has made every newscast since 8 o'clock this morning.
Our luck, it was a slow news day. The wire services picked it up, too.
Yeah, well, Mickey and I are trying to figure out which got hurt worse, real estate values or your hometown support.
I don't think either one is a major concern. I can get Stansfield to make a public statement about how you're needed back here.
So when you leave there, we'll have something on the record.
Well, I'm not coming back right now.
Damn, you are mule-headed.
Now, I wonder where I got that from.
Thomas, there is nothing you can do.
Well, I am working on something, but it's a little crazy.
So what else is new?
Listen, I'll stay in touch. Want me to kiss Shelley for you?
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye. Hey! Dad sends his load.
Wonderful.
Listen, Shelley, about the picketing.
Just where do you get off stopping us?
What, didn't Dennis explain?
No, he told me what you said, but that didn't explain it.
Well, listen, this whole thing has to cool down.
It's been 7 years, Tom, and that hasn't happened. People aren't going to forget. I am never going to forget what Kurt did to Tina.
Oh,
that could have been me.
This is great.
Oh, come on, Tom. You're not going to tell me I'm wrong.
No! You're right. And Kurt's right, and the Millers are right. So everyone's running around being right, not listening to anyone else's side of the story. And this whole thing's going to blow up in your faces. But you'll all have the satisfaction of having been right.
Whose side are you on, Tom?
No one's. Everyone's.
That's not good enough.
So if I'm not for you, I'm against you?
That's right.
Shelley, I'm sorry, but I can't condone what you're doing.
Then I want you to leave.
What?
You heard me. I don't want you in my home. You want to help a rapist? Go live with him. But I want you to pack your bags, and I want you out of here.
Not a county in the state that'll take him. He's had more publicity than a flasher in the Rose Garden.
Well, there must be some place.
You got the list, Mr. Bell. You're welcome to try.
And the reaction was the same everywhere?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's very understanding, very sympathetic. It all ends up the same way. Not in my backyard. Firebomb didn't make Owens reconsider?
No, he was more determined than ever to stay.
Everybody else is determined to make him go.
You know, I remember a physics problem from school. What happens when the unstoppable force meets an immovable object?
Beats me.
Well, they both burn up from the friction. Listen, let me try this on you. What happens if we have a trade?
I don't follow.
You said you've talked to a number of parole officers who have had the same problem. What if we offer to trade them Kurt Owens for one of their guys?
You're kidding. You're not kidding.
Carter asked us to come over Saturday night if we weren't doing anything.
Oh, fine. I'll have to check and make sure I'm not on watch.
Come on, let Frank do it. He owes you one.
Not to hear him tell it.
Come on, hon. We really could use a night over there. You know how funny Carter is.
You got it.
Dennis? I'd really like it if you'd hold me.
Come here.
It's all right. Just take time.
It won't help.
It's just everything that's been happening. Once he's out of here.
Oh, he's not gonna leave, Tina. He's gonna stay.
Sooner or later, he's gonna get the message.
Not him. He'll stick it out. And every time he goes to the grocery store, or to the movies, or just out for a damn walk, he'll be reminding everyone of what he's done to us.
Then we'll leave.
No! One thing he is not gonna do is run me out of my own home.
So it just goes on like this? Then I'm leaving. I hope you come with me. I want us to spend the rest of our lives together. But I'm not going to sit by and watch you destroy our marriage because you can't move one way or the other.
Yes?
You're under arrest, Owens.
What?
Indecent exposure.
What are you talking about? I've left the house all day.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Yes, I know it's an unusual request, but it's an unusual situation. You're gonna have to do something with your parolee.
I'll get back to you.
Will you at least think about it? Thank you.
Good. Yeah. Well, let me talk to the people here. Yeah, I'll get back to you before the end of the day. Uh-huh. Well, I got us a town that's willing to trade.
Terrific. Where?
Bonner Springs, not too far from San Diego.
You don't look thrilled.
The guy being paroled was in for child molesting.
Great. No wonder they're willing to trade. Nibbles from anywhere else?
Mm-mm. Reactions run from "are you crazy" to things I can't repeat. You offer a rapist in trade, you can't expect to get St. Francis of Assisi.
I'll remember to use that argument when I present the idea to the town.
You don't even have to give me credit. Yellow. I'll be right back. They arrested Kurt Owens an hour ago. Says the guy who exposed himself was in his mid-50s.
Who was his arresting officer?
I was.
So where is he?
Had to let him go, lack evidence. You must have just missed him.
Well, how is he getting home?
Maybe he walked.
One of your guys offer him a ride?
Maybe. I didn't help him out of the station.
Where is your boss?
Dennis? He's not around.
Come on, man. You know how tightly strung he is. If something happens to Owens...
They left here about 10 minutes ago.
Check Owen's house. He may have taken him there.
Where are you going?
To try one other place.
You can't do this. You're a policeman, for God's sakes. You're supposed to protect me.
Get out! You were in the bar that night, huh? Playing pinball over by the payphone.
Please, Dennis.
You heard me call Tina to tell her I'd be late. Oh!
Go!
She got away that night. She ran, scared out of her mind.
Please, you can't. You can't!
And in her head, she's screaming, Danny! Where are you? Where's my husband? But I'm in a bar having beer with the boys. I'm not gonna stop you. No. Son of a bitch! Miller!
No! Don't do it, man!
It's the only way.
It's no way!
Tina's leaving me.
It's not because of him.
It's all because of him.
You and Tina spent 7 years together after this thing happened. There must be some way you guys can work this out.
You can't know that.
Not for sure, but if you pull that trigger, man, it is all over.
I can't do anything to make it right, Tom. Not while he's here.
Denny, I found a place that'll take him where he can get a new start. Away from here. Away from you. And away from Tina. Come on, man. Put the gun down. Put it down. You're better than this, Denny. Put it down.
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
Thank you. But what was that about a new place?
You can thank me by going there. This is my home.
It is. Well, not anymore. It's not. But I have to show these people I've changed.
Like you had to show your father? Or he beat you? Or you wanted to make him love you? It didn't work for him, Kurt. It's not gonna work for these people. They're not gonna forget. Not for a long, long time. And before they do, they're liable to hurt you. End up destroying one of their own lives in the process. Don't try and show your worth to them, man. Prove it to yourself. You're the one that counts.
It's gonna make it different in the new place. It's just gonna happen all over again.
This is the one place that isn't gonna happen. Because they agreed to take you. Come on. Good luck.
Hope this works out.
You and me both.
It's been interesting, Congressman. Real interesting. Well, our trade's arriving tomorrow. You think we did the right thing?
Beats the hell out of me.
Mr. Bell, you are definitely an original.
Nicest thing anyone said to me all year.
Did you know that Dennis is taking a leave of absence? Tina convinced him to get some professional help.
I hope they make it.
They never stopped loving each other. That's a big plus.
That it is.
You know, I still hate what you did. What you didn't do.
You understand why?
Oh, yeah.
That's the first step, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't forget, each Tuesday night at 8:30, it's Hot Australian Drama on 9 when we bring you Chances. And for an unsuspecting girl, there's about to be an introduction to the heady world of the big-time politician. Chances, 8:30 next Tuesday. But tonight, join us for all the courtroom action with Matlock. Matlock, he's here 7:30 tonight. And coming up, it's a news update next on 9.